No long intros today. I am back taking care of mom. We only got a few days left of radio. We are almost there, Hilltop Mafia. But in the meantime, I'm well aware, it's like Christmas Day. We got brand new J. Cole. So this right here, right now, is none other than Clouds.
My niggas be smoking on something loud. Head to the clouds. I ain't been stepping out. Tired of sticking out in the crowd. This world is changing right in front of me. Gray hairs, I'm aging quicker than I thought I'd be. Straight up, straight up, straight up, straight up, straight up, straight up.
Hey.
I'm mad, so I feel like that.
Wavy. I tell you what, man, it feels like we're floating on some psychedelic clouds, just like the way that the space is filled, right? You got a lot of harmonies, just like a lot of humming. Not a lot of words being spoken, but those different harmonies. Like I heard a female voice, he had a laughing track, he had him humming some of the harmonies, and he just had that feeling different depths, right, of the space of the mix. I constantly talk about when it comes to mixing, like the space of the mix and how you fill that sort of three-dimensional space. And I really love mixes that have like a really good depth in terms of volume, in terms of where they're panned, where they're sitting in the mix. And this just feels like it's very roomy, right? It really fills the space and just feels that vibe, like we're floating away on a cloud. And it's almost like we're rolling one up with J. Cole and lighting it up right now. And obviously he's playing off of the clouds, smoking that loud, playing that because the music is loud. He's getting high off of his music, but then there's the double for like getting high and really, literally smoking. That's smooth.
It's changing, right?
Also, when that laugh came in, I thought that was like a Wiz Khalifa laugh at first.
Gray hairs, I'm aging quicker than I thought.
We're all getting old, man. One thing you can't beat is time. I like this part.
I'm mad, so I feel like
Nice.
Please believe these flows teach egos to freeze and then recede. I'm C4 beneath your Jeep. The second you turn that keyhole, and heat blows, your weak flows right out the water. The father, boy, I work smarter and harder. My style got a restraining.
No, I'm sorry. He just punched in those E-sound and rhyme schemes. He had like 20 just condensed literally into like 4 or 5 bars. That was crazy.
Egos to freeze and then recede. I'm C4 beneath your Jeep. The second you turn that keyhole, and heat blows, your weak flows right out the water. The father, boy, I work smarter and harder. My style got a restraining order. Don't bother. I charter unseen territories in order to push it farther than you niggas had ever thought of. I caught a lot of murder charges, turn artists to martyrs. When I rock, that turns to goddess. Fiends turn to kings, dreams turn to things tangible. My hands are full with grants I pull from stanzas. No, I can't go slow, I'm Sandra Bull. Either proceed with speed or don't breathe. Snow Creed, a color that won't heed to the warning. The planet will shake when I'm performing. Tectonic plates from a place with text on their waist. So stay safe or get left with chest on your faces. Death waits for your last of breath. I'ma pass the test, yes, I'm a master chef. Wanna taste and pay for it. They claim they're real, but they sell them straight for it. The pain I feel on my frame gets transmuted to a dangerous flame. I spit fire at the devil while the angels sing. The flow changed, but remains the same. I'm plain Jane, out of chain on my neck, but shine like baguettes. Ashamed not to flex to rhyme like the rest. My mind's quite depressed if I don't write these. I'm Spike Lee of the audio, back in my barrio. Parties got shot up, so I built up all my cardio. Dodge shells, collect coins like a Mario, but this is not a game, an experience. I'm serious, nigga.
Woo.
Straight up,
Woo.
straight up, straight up, straight up, straight up.
Oh, it's like that. It's like that, okay? Who's saying that Cole fell off? He's reminding you what he can do with his pen. That is an MC's verse right there. The rhyme patterns were absolutely ridiculous. You talk about super condensed multi-syllable rhyme schemes and the way that he was just effortless, just sliding in and out of patterns. And what I loved too was like that pocket. It wasn't like too fast of a flow, but it felt so much faster because there was so little breathing. There was so little space between bars. He just kept running on, running on, running on, running on, just like stacking, 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 just Minecrafting the shit out of that verse right there. Let's bring it back and break some of this down, man.
Flows right out the wall.
yeah.
Please believe these flows teach egos to freeze and then
Right. Please believe these. He's got the E. Flows. Teach. E. Goes. Right? So the B rhymes are the O sounds. A rhymes are the E sounds. And I love this pattern because he goes like A, B, A, B, A, B. Just love the way he patterns this throughout, man.
I'm C4 beneath your Jeep. The second
Right there. I'm C foe. Beneath your Jeep. But even yo. Like if you say your and you pronounce it kind of like y'all, right? That fits in with the foe, the C foe. So he's still, even right there, that's just a great example of how he can just take like a common word and the way that he's enunciating it, he's still fitting it into this just complex rhyme pattern. Like he's just, it's like a Christmas tree right now. Like every single bar is just lit up if you count the rhyme scheme.
Please believe these flows teach egos to freeze and then recede. I'm C4 beneath your Jeep. The second you turn that keyhole and he blows your weak flows right out the water. The father, boy, I work.
He blows weak flows. I mean, come on. Right out the water. I'm father. And then that's when he starts to switch the rhyme scheme and goes into a new rhyme pattern. But it's just crazy. And he's pulling like a P. Diddy bar right here, right? Blowing up Jeeps. We blowing up cars now?
If your Jeep, the second you turn that keyhole and he blows your weak flows right out the water.
Difference is J. Cole's bars are rap bars and, well, P. Diddy's bars. You get that.
Father, boy, I work smarter and harder. My style got a restraining order. Don't bother. I charter unseen territories in order to push it farther than you niggas had ever thought of. I caught a lot of murder charges, turn artists to martyrs. When I rock, that turns to goddess. Fiends turn to kings, dreams turn to things tangible. My hands are full with grants I pull from stanzas. No, I can't go slow. I'm Sandra Bully.
Stanzas, no, I can't go slow. I'm Sandra Bull. Like right there is when he gets sort of polyrhythmic. It just really like stacks that triplet pattern, man. Dot, da, dot, da, dot, da, dot, dot, da. I love the way that kind of flow gear change shifts out of it into a Sandra Bullock speed bar. Keanu Reeves, Sandra Bullock, when she had to like drive the bus over a certain speed, otherwise it was going to blow, hence the title of the movie Speed. And he plays off of that with the C4 at the very beginning. Like he leads you throughout this and breadcrumbs into this bar.
Things tangible, my hands are full with grants I pull from stanzas. No, I can't go slow. I'm Sandra Bully. The proceed with speed or don't breathe. Snow Creed.
Right there. I can't go slow. Right? I have to keep accelerating through. I got to keep speeding through versus the movie and the speed bar. That's crazy.
Stanzas, no, I can't go slow. I'm Sandra Bully. The proceed with speed or don't breathe. Snow Creed, a color that won't heed to the warning. The planet to shake when I'm performing. Tectonic plates from a place with text on their waist. So stay safe or get left with chest on your face. As death waits for your last.
Even right there, tectonic plates with text, like Tech Nine's on their waist. So he's shaking it up. Tectonic plates involved with earthquakes. Right? Movement of tectonic plates. So he's shaking it versus literally flipping into a tech scheme as well. Come on.
Plates from a place with text on their waist. So stay safe or get left with chest on your face. As death waits for your last breath. I'ma pass the test. Yes, I'm a master chef. Wanna taste and pay for it. They claim they're real, but they seldom.
I'm a master chef. You want to taste and pay for it. He's cooking right now.
For the pain I feel on my frame gets transmuted to a dangerous flame. I spit fire at the devil while the angels saying the flow changed, but remains the same. I'm plain Jane.
I just love that bar. That's just a bar I like, man. It's not like it needs to be explained, but I'm gonna point it out anyways. I spit fire at the devil.
A dangerous flame. I spit fire at the devil while the angels saying the flow.
While the angels sing it. Come on.
Change, but remains the same. I'm plain Jane, not a chain on my neck, but shine like baguettes. Ashamed, not a.
I mean, that's it right there. Like he is kind of plain Jane, right? Dude still rides a bike around, even though he is wealthy, even though he is massively successful. Like the way that he dresses, the way that he carries himself, like he's not attached to materialistic values and things. Sure, he'll brag about it because, you know, he's gotten there, but at the same time, that's not what defines him. That's not what defines his style and his art of MCing. And obviously the baguettes, we're not talking French baguettes, we're talking about the diamond baguettes, right? Shaped like baguettes.
Flow change, but remains the same. I'm plain Jane, not a chain on my neck, but shine like baguettes. Ashamed, not a flex to rhyme like the rest. My mind's quite depressed if I don't write these. I'm Spike Lee at the audio. Back in my barrio, parties got shot up, so I built a.
Back up in my barrio. Back up in my ghetto. And shout out to Spike Lee, man. Better do the right thing.
Press if I don't write these. I'm Spike Lee at the audio. Back in my bar.
I mean, Spike Lee, just a visionary with the movies, right? I would say he's a genius with all that. So he's equivalating himself to Spike Lee, but he's the version of Spike Lee through the audio. And obviously pushing forth black art as well.
Yo, parties got shot up, so I built up on my cardio. Dodge shells, collect coins like a Mario, but this is.
That was a nice Mario bar too, man. Dodging like bullet shells. You know, shell casing the bullets, dodging those shells versus Mario throwing shells. Makes me want to play Mario Kart right now.
A game and experience, I'm serious, nigga.
Straight up.
And even right there, this isn't a game because this is real life. But also, like, this rap game is not really a game because I'm serious with what I do. And then that still ties in with the Mario and the shell scheme, a game like Mario.
This is not a game and experience, I'm serious, nigga.
Straight up. I'm high, so I feel like that.
I like that.
Yeah.
My niggas be smoking on something loud. Head to the clouds, I ain't been stepping.
Smoking on something loud. Like there was, so he had like a softer tone, but there was one little high note that he had, almost like he had like a helium voice. Smoking on something loud. I just heard it like way down in the mix.
I'm tired of sticking out in the crowd. This world is changing right in front of me. Gray hairs, I'm aging quicker than I thought I'd be.
I'm that bass in your trunk, the bullet that missed Trump, the gun that jammed, cause it seemed God had other plans. The son of man extending his hand, the son of Sam, and forgiveness for all of the homicides we witnessed. The over-dramatized, the traumatized with sickness, thrown in the pan and caramelized for richness, and served on a plate with sirloin steak to billionaires who don't care, the world's gonna break. Long as they make money off it, pain brings profit, one man gains it, soon as the next man lost it. There's a bridge you can walk to hear God talk, but there are real slim odds a rich man crosses, cause greed is a poisonous seed indeed, as it spreads like weeds through the mind's apple trees. I proceed with caution, and I'm not flossing. Unlike some, I'm not defined by my fortune. I'm defined by rhymes, though I'm in my prime. There was times that I was down cause I thought I lost it, but no, lo and behold, as my poetry grows, I give all glory to God as the story unfolds, and the gray hairs that grow on my head.
Poetry grows as the story unfolds. Right there, he's starting to speed up a little bit through the syllabus, but man, this verse right here, this is that philosophical J. Cole, right? I feel like the whole first verse was just like flexing. It was to set up some of his values, laying the foundations for this right here. This is on the money.
Behold, as my poetry grows, I give all glory to God as the story unfolds, and the gray hairs that grow on my head will show. Ain't no time limit to get it, you ain't never too old, so keep hold of your dream, no matter how it seems. If you don't water your lawn, well then it won't stay green. I seen babies turn fiends, addicted to the screen.
Preach.
The dad shares, cashiers replaced by machines. Don't buy, subscribe, so you could just stream your content like rent. You won't own a thing before long. All the songs the whole world sings will be generated by latest of AI regimes, as all of our favorite artists erased by a screen from the wayside. Hey, whatever happened to human beings?
Yeah. Straight up, come on. That was a verse. That was a verse and a half. And that AI line reminds me of my song on the internet, man. But yeah, we'll get back to that. Let's break down some of this. This was J. Cole really dropping us that knowledge and trying to teach, right? Giving you that music with a substance, giving you that message. I love this. This is timeless art, man. This is not something trying to capitalize on trends, not something that's trying to like hit it big in the streams. He even trolls that later on, right? This is just him in the right headspace, in the right artistic space, and just giving us his soul right now.
Yeah, my niggas be smoking on something loud. Head to the clouds, I ain't been stepping out. Tired of sticking out in the crowd. This world is changed
I'll tell you what, man, my job is so much fun when I get to do shit like this.
right in front of me.
I've said it so many times, I'm only as good as like the artists that I can break down and the art that they're putting forth. And there's just like, if I get like Kendrick on deck, if I get a Cole, if I get an Eminem, you know it's gonna be a good day. You know it's gonna be a longer video because there's layers to it. There's devils in the details.
Here's I'm aging quicker than I thought I'd be.
I'm that bass in your trunk, the bullet that missed Trump, the gun that jammed, cause it seemed God had other plans, the son of man.
Right, that bullet that missed Trump. That was interesting because I'm like, hang on, is he getting political here? But no, he's getting more religious actually with those statements, right? Because the gun that jammed, it's in God's hands, right? These are humans taking these actions, but also it's not just human control, right? That bullet that missed. It's not like he's the person who missed the shot. He's the bullet. Notice how he said the bullet, right? Because for me, that's important because that then ties in with what's out of our control, our fates, our destinies. It's in God's hands instead. That's why he didn't put that on the one who missed it, right?
I'm that bass in your trunk, the bullet that missed Trump, the gun that jammed, cause it seemed God had other plans, the son of man extending his hand, the son of Sam, and for
The son of man is sending his hand, the son of Sam. That's an interesting line because obviously you have the religious tie-ins right there. He sets it up with the God lines and then son of man. Instead of saying he's the son of God like Jesus, J. Cole is literally, he is the son of man. So he's kind of likening himself to that, but he's not calling himself the son of God. He's calling himself the son of man. And then he ties it in, extending his hand to the son of Sam, which is a deeper line when you start to think about what the son of Sam means. Because that was that dude that ran around New York, that murderer, and he was like traumatizing police. Spike Lee, he had the Spike Lee lines in the first verse. There was a Spike Lee movie, Summer of Sam. And like this dude would leave notes at the crime scenes and he would troll the police. And he said that he was being influenced by his neighbor, Sam's dog, who was telling him what to do and to commit all these crimes. So he's extending his hands out to a murderer to forgive them. See the controversy there? But what's J. Cole trying to get at in terms of the deeper root, right? We all have flaws. Even the worst people in the world, like the murderers, right? What did Jesus preach? Jesus still preach turning the other cheek. Jesus still preach forgiveness. And what's interesting too is that line goes deeper because the son of Sam, he also converted and became a born-again Christian in prison. Oh, there's levels.
Miss Trump, the gunner jam, cause it seemed God had other plans. The son of man extending his hand, the son of Sam, and forgiveness for all of the homicides we witnessed. The over-traumatized, the traumatized with sickness, thrown in the pen.
All the homicides we witnessed, the over-traumatized, because he's taking this further now. Because then he's taking that commentary and he's applying it to where he grew up, right? He's applying it to his streets and all the violence that he's seen. But the key line for me is the over-traumatized, because hurt people, as Kendrick said, hurt other people. And that trauma and that generational trauma gets passed on. So what's J. Cole getting at? He's not just blaming the person. He's getting at the roots of the problem, the roots of the trauma. And yeah, there's a deeper level of thinking and empathy to what he's saying.
And it caramelized for richness and served on a plate with sirloin. Traumatized, the traumatized with sickness, thrown in a pan and caramelized for richness and served on a plate with sirloin steak to billionaires who don't care the world's gonna break. Long as they make money off it, pain brings profit. One man gains it, soon as the next man lost it, there's a...
That's an interesting line. Pain brings profit, right? Caramelized, like all this hate, all this drama, like where someone loses, I can guarantee you in this world, someone's going to gain off of that. I mean, look at Trump's last election, right? Mark Zuckerberg and his whole 180, right? And his whole image change and everything that he's, his little makeover that he's going through. But, you know, power attracts power, right? These billionaires have realized, oh, we can make a lot more money cozying up to this dude than we can going against him. I mean, between Elon, between Zuck, between Bezos, haven't they earned, like I saw a figure, over 200 billion since Trump's election? I mean, that's crazy. Think about if you took that money and divided that amongst the rest of the world. Like the elite and the true billionaires and the just crazy wealthy continue to get richer while the poor just get extremely poor, man. It's crazy. How about the price of eggs?
Break long as they make money off it, pain brings profit. One man gains it, soon as the next man lost it. There's a bridge you can walk to hear God talk, but there are real slim odds a rich man crosses, cause greed...
That's an interesting line. There's a bridge you can walk to hear God talk, but seldom do rich men cross it. Why? Because what's the implication there? Rich men aren't going to go talk to God because they don't need anything, because they're caught up in the material world. But also maybe there's guilt and they don't want to actually go have to face God and face some of the consequences of what they've been through.
Lost it, there's a bridge you can walk to hear God talk, but there are real slim odds a rich man crosses, because greed is a poisonous...
Even right there, crosses. Crossing the bridge versus obviously God, Son of Man. We talked about this. Cross, Jesus cross.
Indeed, as it spreads like weeds through the mind's apple trees, I proceed with caution and I'm not...
Even the mind's apple trees, like greed is a seed. And greed is one of the... Greed has led to so much suffering in our world. And greed has led to so much tragedy and sadness. And I love the picture and the commentary that J. Cole is painting. But for me, even like the apple trees. Remember the Garden of Eden? The apple, original sin, the snake tempting Adam and Eve. I take the apple trees going deeper right there because J. Cole is on this religious imagery as well in this preaching that he's doing.
Poisonous seed indeed as it spreads like weeds through the mind's apple trees. I proceed with caution and I'm not flossing. Unlike some, I'm not defined by my fortune. I'm defined by rhymes, though I'm in my prime. There was times that I was down because I thought I lost it, but no, lo and behold.
I love that, man. Like, I'm defined by my rhymes. I'm not defined by my fortune. Like, I'm not going to get caught up in the material world and chasing that, right? This is a true MC song. I said that before. J. Cole doesn't have anything to prove at his age and with his legacy. And yet here he is still trying to push his pen, still trying to further his art. I love that grind and that hunger.
As my poetry grows, I give all glory to God as the story unfolds. And the gray hairs that grow on my head will show. Ain't no time limit to get it. You ain't never too old, so keep hold of your...
Ain't no time limit to get it. You ain't ever too old. Drop that knowledge. But I love how he laments he's aging quicker than he thought. And his hair's turning gray. And for me, it's all a setup, right? You have that in the intro, then you have that again in the hook, and then right here in this second verse he finally comes to terms with that, and he takes that sort of like weakness and that negativity that he was viewing it with, and he shows us how to take those negative thoughts and to flip them into a positive. Look at me still doing it, right? At my age, let that inspire you. It's never too late. I love that flip on it, and that's what successful people can do. Right? They can take these negatives. They cannot let those negatives weigh them down, and they find a way to rise up from it and to find strength from that. Learn from J. Cole.
No matter how it seems, if you don't water your lawn, well, then it won't stay green. I seen babies turn fiends, addicted to the screen. The dad shares, cashiers replaced by machines. Don't buy, subscribe.
Babies addicted to the screens. I mean, it's so true. We talked about the algorithm, social media. They want to keep you engaged. The more you're upset, the longer you stay online, because it's all about engagement. If you're happy, there's a good chance you're going to put that phone down. You're going to go away eventually, right? Go outside. Algorithms have learned that. They know. They want you to stay on their apps. So what type of content are you going to keep getting served? All the rage baiting, all this stuff that's going to get you engaged.
Never too old, so keep hold of your dream, no matter how it seems.
Even like water your lawn. Invest in yourself. I've said this. Invest in yourself each and every day, and you can never go wrong. Invest in your time. Invest in your peace. Invest in your energy, right? Always make steps to self-improve each and every day, and you'll get to where you need to go.
If you don't water your lawn, well, then it won't stay green. I seen babies turn fiends, addicted to the screen. The dad shares, cashiers replaced by machines. Don't buy, subscribe, so you could just stream your content like rent. You won't own a thing before long.
Interesting, though, babies turn fiends, because like drug addiction, but the addiction of social media. And then right here, right? Don't buy, subscribe in the streams. And he's talking about ownership. And this is really interesting because this is not on Spotify, just like Port Antonio. Right? It feels like J. Cole is taking opportunities with his drops to make a statement, right? I'm no longer going to support these big corporations all the time because we know Spotify, I'll tell you, like I got a song with millions of streams and you make like nothing on it. You make like 0.00001, and that's what they do. They continue to screw their artists, have backdoor deals with the labels. But anyways, I'm going off on tangents. J. Cole is just speaking out against the system, against so many things right now. I love the message.
It won't stay green. I seen babies turn fiends, addicted to the screen. The dad shares, cashiers replaced by machines. Don't buy, subscribe, so you could just stream your content like rent. You won't own a thing before long.
And that's it, right? We're all now paying, and we're in this perpetual pay loop. Instead of when I went to the store and I used to buy a movie on VHS or I bought it on DVD, I own that for the rest of my life. I make one payment and that's it. I own it. Well, over the years, our world of profit has learned that we can make way more money if we do subscription models. Because the second that you stop subscribing, you can't watch that movie. You don't own it. You don't physically have it, right? It's all on the streaming platform. So if you want to continue watching something, you have to continue subscribing. And round we go on the hamster wheel.
All the songs the whole world sings will be generated by latest of AI regimes. As all of our favorite artists erased by a screen from the wayside. Hey, whatever happened to human beings?
All of our artists are erased by machines. And there's this, this debate on art and on AI. And as AI advances, AI is replacing humans on so many levels. And he talks about it there with cashiers being replaced. And we're going to continue to see the implementation of AI into our society, for better or for worse. But the question is, can AI mimic higher level art? I've yet to see it. Maybe it can mimic like some of the more shallow artists that we get a lot of times on the radio, the easily replicatable songs, the same chord structures, the more shallow lyricism. But the true art, the true bearing of the soul that like a J. Cole gives you or a Kendrick gives you, that remains to be seen. Love this, man.
I'm high, so I said it like that.
I mean, I tried to get through some of the thoughts, but we could sit there and talk about a number of those topics and do like a whole podcast for 2 hours on it. Like that's how much there is to unpack and to talk about like some of these issues that he highlighted and how important they are and how I love that second verse is one of the better verses I've heard from J. Cole, just in terms of just intellect and philosophy and everything he dropped on that and talked about society-wise. Wow.
Yeah, my niggas be smoking on something loud.
Wow. Yeah, I got nothing more to say. I said it all. J. Cole, you were Knox Hill certified. Hope you guys like today's video. Listen, for some reason you're here at the end, obviously doing the content. Look, I'm with moms right now. We're almost there. We got a few days left. Thank you so much for your love. Thank you so much for your support. Also, if you want to support the channel, go grab your hats, go grab your hoodies, go grab your merch, knoxhillmusic.com. It all goes a long way. All right, everybody, have a great weekend. Stay safe, stay positive. Take care of these. Take care of these. Catch you again.